Our advances will, in time, change the world.
Almost done. Just need
Hi,
to
Doc.
tighten up this
They weren't
primary
kidding.
drive servo.
You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
I'm just looking around.
I see. Well, please do mind what you touch. Sensitive equipment here, not like topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities division, I'm happy to discuss it.
It must be a challenge to meet the power demands of a place like this.
Absolutely. We scratch and scrape for every precious ounce of voltage that we can. Over the years, we've learned a few tricks that help supplement our power budget. When necessary, we can tap into select sources on the surface. We take only what we need, of course. Fortunately, Advanced Systems is always working on new solutions to generate more energy. It's a good thing, too, because the demand... You don't even want to know what a single... That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. That's me. We're all looking forward to working
Is it
with
true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will be more severe.
I am sorry, sir, but that supplement is no longer available.
She's been at it for over 2 hours.
In
What is
case
she
anyone
even
didn't
testing?
mention it,
Nothing.
quiet
At this
time
point,
runs
she's
from
just
10
doing it for
PM
fun.
to 6 a.m.
Excuse me, Dr. Lee?
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized...
Actually, I was looking for you.
Me? Why?
Well, that was productive.
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to...
I'm only here with good intentions. You have my word.
You're giving me your word, even though we just met? Fine. Since Father trusts you, I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way.
Right.
Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help. Why? They...
The Brotherhood valued your presence, and we'd like you to come back.
Well, how sweet of them. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood?
Sure.
What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
Father trusts me, and so should you.
You're wasting your breath. I'm a scientist. The Brotherhood... I'm not interested.
The Institute is deceiving you.
So now you're just gonna hurl baseless accusations to get what you want? Come on, you can do that.
I wish there was something I could say that would convince you.
You're wasting your breath. The Brotherhood desired my creations in order to destroy. I'm not interested in returning to that way of life.
I give up. What would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your game. I had a colleague down here, a Dr. Virgil. Several months ago, there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation, but Father had the laboratory sealed, saying that it was contaminated. The incident never sat right with me. The more I asked about it, the more I felt like Father was deflecting my questions. If you bring me solid information on what killed him, I'll take it as a favor from the Brotherhood. And do we have a deal?
Deal.
All right. Dr. Virgil's lab was in the bio. I can give you a code that will get you into the section, but the lab itself has been sealed, so you'll have to breach it on your own.
Sure.
I'd tell you to be quiet about it, but your Brotherhood and discretion isn't exactly your strong suit. And finally, if you get caught, we never had this conversation. Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Speaking of, I trust our discussion will remain between the two of us. Now,
Dr. Lee.
I thought I was clear. Bring me the evidence.
You could return to your duties, and remember to record every symptom you experience in detail.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his
Scanning
office.
unknown.
I'm seriously thinking of heading over to robotics
I
to
don't
knock some
think you'll
heads
be needing
together.
that suit of power armor in here.
On the targeting
Always
package
be
upgrades I
vigilant.
asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me.
You're here.
Send a
Glad
message.
you made it.
Doc.
Please
So,
don't. There's
here
enough
you are.
friction as it is
Justin
between
Ayo,
us and
acting
pretty much
director
all
of the
other
Synth Retention
departments.
Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity.
I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider.
The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions, It's nothing personal, I assure you.
Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to what? Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
If you're the acting head of the SRB, who are you filling in for?
Dr. Zimmer holds that position. He's supervising the retrieval of some of the more high-profile units. In his absence, I keep things running smoothly.
Sir?
Time to examine my latest reports on batch 274.
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand...
Hey, Doc.
I wonder how the Warwick family is
So
doing.
good to have you here.
Young
Dr.
Wally must
Clayton
be close
Holdren,
to 10 years old by
head of the
now.
bioscience
It's
division.
remarkable that
I
any
can't
child
wait
can
for you to see the
survive
work
for
we're
so
doing.
long up there, don't you
It's
think?
truly amazing.
Like what?
I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the bioscience division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't do.
With hard work and ingenuity, any challenge can be overcome. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in, but I'd like to give it a try.
Great. I was hoping you'd say that. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Tell me more about those synth gorillas.
On the whole, I'd say they were a success. Their behavior does generally match what our historical data says it should be. Unfortunately, we had a few early setbacks. The creatures can become suddenly aggressive, and they're quite strong. They destroyed 2 of their synth handlers. So now we keep them in an isolated habitat where they can be safely observed.
Hacking this is beyond me. No way I'm cracking this.
time to examine my latest reports on batch 274?
Not yet.
Excuse
I
me,
wonder
Doctor.
how the Warwick
Welcome.
family is doing.
So good to have you here.
Wally must
Dr.
be close
Clayton
to 10 years
Holdren,
old by now.
head of the
It's
Bioscience
remarkable
Division.
that any
I
child
can't
can
wait for you
survive
to
for
see
so
the work
long
we're
up there,
I
don't you
look
think?
forward to learning more about it.
And that...
Right. Sure. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Our most important to that,
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't do.
with hard work, I'm
I'm not sure how well I'll...
great. In any case,
You mentioned medical care.
in that, he's our doctor. You...
Dr. Holdren.
Good to see you again.
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results. Power armor, huh? You take down a Brotherhood soldier?
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
First things first. How do I get back to the surface?
The same way you got in, of course. You are not a prisoner here. You may come and go as you please. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind, redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
What do you mean by proper supervision?
I mean that while they are here in the Institute, fulfilling the purpose for which they were designed, Our synths perform admirably. As you're about to see, however, they can become unpredictable when set loose. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories of under his leadership, I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
Sure. We'll just fight our way through an army of homicidal maniacs and ask this synth to come on home.
I didn't say it would be easy. But I'm confident that with a courser at your side, you'll have no trouble. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Synth unit, you were scheduled for maintenance duty in SRB last night. Anything I can report?
Nothing to report. I carried out.
I hope you and Father try to make up the time you've lost. Family is...
Dr. Lee.
I thought I was clear. Bring me the evidence.
What sort of evidence should I look for?
Look for Virgil's notes or his personal recordings. Anything that can... Now get to it.
Unless you're hounding for green suntan,
Virgil?
Well, I'm glad to see them.
Damn thing almost killed me.
I did warn you. Now, what about the serum?
What serum?
We had a deal. I help you get into the Institute. It should still be in my old lab, in the Bioscience Division. With any luck, they haven't found it yet.
Uh-huh. Virgil.
Have you found the serum?
I can't find it anywhere.
What? No, keep trying.
Uh-huh.
Hey, let me ask you something.
Bingo.
I'm running out of time. Well...
Protect and serve